Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping all that bullshit. I be seeing Jimmy talking about we Gucci boo boo. He in the Gucci store talking about we Gucci boo boo. Them Black King niggas was going you up. Jimmy, they was like, Marita Monero. Coca-Cola. Pedro. Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing.
When 50 Cent issues a warning, the whole rap scene pays attention. And this time, Jim Jones is the one in the line of fire. It all kicked off after Jim got bold in an interview, throwing slick comments and questioning who's really built for the streets. That one line took over the internet instantly. People knew exactly who he was referring to, because if anyone has a reputation for being both a major success and truly street approved, it's Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
And one thing about 50, he doesn't take disrespect lightly.
A few hours later, 50 responded the way only he does. No diss tracks, no angry videos, just one cold, calculated Instagram post that sent a message loud and clear. He wrote, "Some of y'all better relax before I remind the city what really happened." No names, no tags, but everyone understood who that was aimed at. The timing and the tone made it obvious. Jim Jones better watch his step. The comments went crazy. 50 is about to expose somebody. Jim better chill before 50 pulls out receipts. Because when 50 says he'll remind the city, he's talking about real-life situations most rappers wish would stay buried forever.
He's always thinking ahead. He never speaks without a plan.
And when he sends a message like that,
He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot murder to see because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch to see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Hey, give me this, get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again at that point. And then he's going, for them, they had records that where, look, I always said it's to certain artists, I go, damn, when is he going to have his moment? Like Fab, I said this to him.
it's a warning shot. That warning from 50 Cent exploded online within minutes. Hip-hop blogs, meme pages, and fan accounts started reposting it nonstop, saying 50 was back in full villain mode. Even people around Jim were reportedly telling him to relax, because this isn't just some random rap argument. There's a long history here. 50 and Jim have been circling each other for years, from old dips at Versus, G-Unit tension, to industry politics, to street rumors that go way beyond music. But here's what makes things even crazier. This isn't 2005 anymore. 50 isn't just a rapper now, he's a full-on mogul. A TV powerhouse, a media empire. When he speaks, millions pay attention. So that message didn't just reach Jim, it hit the entire culture. People were saying, wow, 50 has more power now than ever. Meanwhile, Jim is still out there running his mouth. And that's why the energy feels different this time. 50 isn't responding like a rapper, he's moving like someone who could ruin a career with a single post. Jim might have thought he was just making a slick joke for the internet, but once 50 fired back, everything changed. The conversation shifted from laughing to, what does 50 really know? And in hip-hop,
the moment that question starts floating around, you can feel something big coming.
I recently saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big
right there.
hits.
He's wild.
Yo, he looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying? Nas is like a god.
In my
right?
in my era too. I mean,
So to be compared-
Well, let me
That young kid.
He was young, and we loved that he loved Jim Jones. I want you to break it down.
Let's break this down. I admired Nas. Remember, Nas' first record, The Barbie, came out when I was in 11th grade.
Yes.
To understand why 50's warning hit so hard, you have to go back to where this whole G-Unit versus Dipset tension began. In the early 2000s, New York completely controlled the rap scene. On one side you had 50 Cent and G-Unit. On the other, Cameron and the Dipset movement. To massive crews, representing different parts of the city, both dominating in their own lanes. It never turned into a full-blown war, but the rivalry was always there, fueled by pride, ego, and competition for the crown.
Jim Jones, the Dipset's leftist representative, constantly jumped into the conversation, always reminding people
That Harlem energy is the same as Queens. But 50's resume speaks louder than any argument. He built himself from the ground up, surviving the streets, record label battles, and industry politics. He didn't need to claim authenticity. His life already proved it. That's why fans often see Jim's shots as insecurity, because everyone knows 50 earned everything he has. Fast forward to now. 50 is a global businessman, running hit TV shows like Power and BMF, expanding his reach beyond music. Meanwhile, Jim is still grabbing headlines by mentioning bigger names. So when 50 responded, it didn't feel like rapper versus rapper anymore. It felt like a boss checking someone beneath him. That know your place energy was loud and clear.
So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan, period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols. And not to say anything away from that, I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We're talking about 94, 93, I was in 11th grade. Nigga, it's 2025. There's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old. That goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know. But
You know what I mean?
A lot
Like-
of them don't.
People close to the situation say 50's message wasn't random at all. He had been watching Jim throw little jabs for months. From shots at MAE, then Cameron, and now 50, Jim has been pushing buttons within the same circle, and now it looks like it's catching up to him. Online, fans started calling Jim Harlem's loud neighbor, saying he talks more than he actually drops music these days. Here's the bigger issue. Jim keeps trying to prove something that doesn't need proving. Always reminding everyone he's outside, he's Harlem, he's real. But in 2025, that street tough image doesn't hit the same anymore. The culture changed. Today, it's about power moves, not loud talk. And that's where 50 shines every time. When 50 dropped that warning, fans said it felt like a throwback, like the old Get Rich or Die Trying version of 50 stepped back into the spotlight. The energy, the confidence, the suspense. It reminded everyone why his name still holds weight. 50 doesn't go back and forth online. He digs up receipts. So, when he said he might remind the city, people started whispering because everybody knows 50 has deep ties in New York. And he remembers everything. Jim's reaction, complete silence. No post, no jokes, no live stream. And honestly, that silence said more than any diss could, because when 50 calls you out and you suddenly go quiet, that's not peace, that's pressure. And right now, Jim is definitely feeling it.
The comparisons and the niggas be trying to funny when it come. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I gotta show you statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard, and if you want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries, then pull up my Billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare to what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I want to go there.
Hold on.
I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. He's a rapper and I'm a rapper.
Listen,
No, let's go statistically.
It feels great.
No, but I want to go statistically because when people be like,
I feel the same way. We all feel the same way.
and forget about the numbers. My numbers back up.
Let me step up to the forefront.
Once 50 Cent's warning started trending, fans immediately began digging into the long history between him and Jim Jones. That's when things really started to heat up. For years, people in the culture have talked about tension between the two. not just musically, but based on old rivalries, crew loyalty, and behind-the-scenes disagreements that were never fully explained to the public. Nothing has ever been confirmed, but when 50 said he could remind the city, it sounded like he knew exactly what buttons he was pushing. Speculation went wild online. Some fans connected it to old New York street reputations, others to unresolved issues from the G-Unit versus Dipset era. Everyone remembers when Cameron and 50 had that iconic argument live on Hot 97, and Jim was always standing strong with Dipset. Even though the years passed, the competitive energy never really disappeared. 50 leveled up, focusing on business empires and TV success, while Jim occasionally brought up the past in interviews, keeping that rivalry alive. Now, a lot of people think the moment finally circled back. Commentators were saying Jim should have kept quiet because 50 is known for being sharp, strategic, and entertaining when he decides to get petty. Over the years, he's gone back and forth with some of the biggest names in the industry, and usually walks away winning the narrative. That's why this situation feels so intense. One single post from 50 was enough to shift the mood of the entire conversation. Suddenly, old interview clips of Jim resurfaced, blogs started asking questions. Even some artists from Harlem went silent like they were waiting to see what might happen next. Because when 50 sent hints at exposing something, the whole industry watches, and if he decides to turn this into another viral moment, the internet won't be ready.
Like this here, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
Y'all
but look
ain't
how you
effing with
dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And the
But
things
I-
that we listen to.
I can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than
It
Nas.
don't matter.
Look at you.
Ain't nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas.